Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo. I'm 28, working on my financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. Okay, you're probably thinking, girl, we done talked about debt, student loan debt already. What now? So y'all know I'm engaged to be married. So my boo, my fiance, he also has student loan debt as well as other debt. So him and I talked about it, sat down, and I'm just going to relay it all with you guys because I'm budgeting my money and his money together. I think it's important to incorporate his debt as well. So same thing I did for my student loan debt and plan. Him and I sat down for his. We're gonna write it on this one. Mind you, these printables are available on paperbymo.com. So y'all make sure you guys go check that out. So I'm gonna do all of that with that, and then he has a car loan, not a lot, you guys, but it's still debt, so I'm going to document that here. This is an old one, and then I'm going to document our stuff together, which means like all of our debt I'm going to put down here. My stuff, student loans, because I think all I have now is my student loans. Same, well, for him, he has his student loans and then he has his car, but all of that combined for him is way less than my student loans. So I'm gonna document it all here, and then we're gonna put the total amount. I don't even want to put the total amount up here because of interest with his car, interest with his student loans, interest with my student loans. But what I'm gonna do is start coloring in as we pay the debt off, because until this was my student loan organizer. If you guys haven't checked that video out, make sure you go check out that was just like my plan moving forward, how I'm gonna put $2,000 towards this. So I'm gonna put these off to the side, and we're gonna start with his numbers. Okay, so what we're gonna do is talk about his student loan debt. I got my little paper to the side, got my handy dandy calculator. Again, his student loans are cheaper than mine, but nonetheless, they're still student loans. So his total amount right now is $34,201.07. His loans are gaining interest. Also, I think, even though he says his loans is a federal loan, and I think it is a federal loan, he's been gaining interest for a little while, and I don't know. I don't know how to explain it because we've been calling. These people are not picking up. Also, he has Advantage. He just got transferred to them or moved over, so there's that. So he has $34,201.07, okay? So his payment date is on the 11th of every month. Mine's on the 15th, his is on the 11th. Overall goal, I don't know, like to get done, to pay it off. Pay it off. I don't know, that just sounds good to me and him, I guess. And he has two different loans, so we're gonna get into that. Also, I will say I'm a little jelly, aside from the fact that his loan is substantially lower than mine, but also his interest, you guys, chef's kiss. It's just not, I don't know. That's another reason why I don't think it's a federal student loan, because I thought all federal student loans had like that same 6% interest, but you know what, I don't know, I just don't know. So again, he has two different loans, and he has $31,023.93, and then he also has one that is $3,177.14. Both of his interest rates are 4.5%. This is kind of similar to mine, how both of mine are the same. So it kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you, it really doesn't matter which one you go to pay off first because they're the same interest, they're accruing the same interest. So him and I talked about it, and he wants to start with his lowest amount and go up. You're like, why? If you pay off the higher one first, it won't gain the interest, blah blah blah. And I get what you're saying, but you got to think about, these are big numbers, and some people, we need morale, like when you have a big number like that, it's gonna take a while to get there. So he's like, I need to see something paid off quicker than later, and he's gonna start with that low number, which makes me think of my student loans and why I'm starting with I think I've been putting towards my 20,000 instead of my 60,000 one, which is crazy comparison to this, because we're starting with low and high, because it's the same interest. And it's not like, oh, if you pay this off, it'll help you out. Well, duh, it'll help you, but again, it's accruing the same amount of interest. Like, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. So that's what we're doing. If this was a higher interest or one was higher interest, we would choose the highest interest, but we're just going to pay off the lowest and go up. So I'm just going to write that lowest and then we're going up. Okay. So, and his lender is Advantage, and that's for both of them. Now, he does not have his loans on auto pay. Advantage did say, listen, okay, they was like, you can, in fact, put it on auto pay and possibly get a lower interest rate. However, when we went in his account and tried to do it, they were having some technical difficulties. Or they said, like, you can't do it right now, which was, like, problematic. Because if you can't do it now and student loans are literally due next month, like, in about a week or so, what are we doing here? Whatever. So, hopefully, we can get this interest down. Also, I do want to say, because I don't even see... That's the full balance overall. So what's going to be due for him, I want to put this out there so it's known. Like his amount he has to pay is $219.12. Okay, so let's like put that somewhere. 219.12 is his bill. Okay. So initially, if you were looking at some of my previous videos, I was like, oh, he would do 1,000 towards his student loans. I would do 1,000 towards my student loans. However, that's not gonna be the case, okay? And you're like, girl, why? Because he also has a car loan and he decided, you know, for that not to be the case. So what we're gonna do here is document how much the interest is with the loans, okay? So we have $3,177.14 and we're on times. Okay, so for 5, I don't know if I did that right. Let's just do this again. $3,177.14 and we're gonna times it by 0.04. I'm gonna just say 5. So that is 14. For this, the interest would be $1,400. Oh no, I'm tripping. $142. Wow. Now we see where my mind is. Where is my whiteout? Because I have lost it. Okay, so I can't find the whiteout, but we'll just go like that. That's crazy. I was like 1,000. So it's $142. And we're gonna say, I should have said $143, but we'll just put the 97. Okay, and so when we take that number and we divide it by 3, why would I divide it by 3? We should divide it by 12. $142.97. We're gonna divide that by 12. That's $11. Wow, $11.91. Granted, don't get me wrong, this is still like extra money that you don't owe, so we want to work on that. But $142.97 a year, yeah, we still want to get that paid off as quickly as possible. Oh, he will be proud to see that number though, because I promise you I thought it was 1,000. That's just how high my numbers are, that I was like, okay, see, gotta get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game. Okay, so his higher loan, $31,023. 31,023. There we go. .93, and then we're gonna times that 0.045. Okay, that one's 1 comma. Okay, y'all see that one, right? $1,396. Okay, so we're gonna take this number and then divide that by 12. So that's $116 a month. 116.34. So his interest monthly will be this plus 11.91. So that is 128.25 he would be having for interest a month. Okay, so 128.25 would be his monthly interest. So we just gotta get her down. Okay, we just gotta down. Okay, so how can he lower his payments? It's possible if you put it on auto pay, it will lower it. But again, we're just unsure because Advantage hasn't been friends of ours. Auto pay, possibly. I don't even know if that would lower his payments. I think that would just lower the interest. So I should put that here. Auto pay. I don't think there is a way for him to lower his actual payment. So his payment is $219.12, and he can deal, I guess. But again, for his student loans, this is gonna be like number 2 on debt list for him. Really, I should say 2 and 3, since it's 2 of them there. 2 and 3 on debt list. And you're like, okay, so what's his number 1? His number 1 is his car loan. And so now we're gonna get into that. So let's see what's gonna be. So with, first of all, his creditor, it's a credit union. It's not Navy Federal, but I can't remember. I don't know why, I just saw it. But yeah, it's a credit union. So we're just gonna say credit union. Now, I am very impressed with his interest, his APR rate, because it's very low for a car. Even though he got his car some years ago, it was just the first thing he had on his credit. So I'm kind of shocked, and not a lot of years ago, maybe like 2 years ago at that. Because he had a car that was paid off that was in the family for a while. So his interest is 4.14%. I'm just shocked that it was so low, because that, again, that was the first thing that he ever had on his credit. So yeah. So his balance here for that is $2,102.76. Yes, we just looked. And his minimum balance, or his minimum payment is what that should say, is $150. And that's what he was paying for the longest, $150 freaking dollars, okay? So he wants to first get this $2,102.76 out of the way before he puts extra money towards his student loan debt. Obviously, he has to pay $220, which is okay, we'll get that going, but $150 plus. We're not doing $150, so he can have that paid off. You're probably like, okay, but why are you doing this when this has lower interest than this? Again, these are not, this is like, I mean, it's not my debt, and this is his choice. That's what you do when you have debt. You have to organize it and figure out what you want to do. He wants momentum. I think right now it's a little depressing to him, because he's like, look, I got this debt, I got that debt, I got that debt. And I'm like, bro, have you seen my numbers? But I respect his decision. So he wants his car paid off completely in his name, and it's the lower amount, even though it's the lower interest rate. And so he's starting off with the credit union, the car loan from the credit union. So I should say credit union, but I want to put car loan on here, and that'll be $150 a month. And then he'll go to that next. So combining all of our stuff together, trying to make sure I get everything. So here was mine. Again, if you haven't checked that video out, make sure you check it out. $85,000, yikes. Mine's is doing the 15th. Auto pay, blah, blah. So much more interest that I will be accruing than he is. But nonetheless, here we are. My plan, this is all I got. So my plan is to pay $2,000 a month plus. Okay, you're like, what's the plus? Any paper by Mo money that I bring in for me will be going towards my student loans. That's YouTube, that's the website, whatever it is, that's going there. So we have his stuff, my stuff. Now let's do our stuff. So first things first, I'll start off with maybe lowest to highest. So lowest is gonna be his car loan. And then I'm just gonna say car credit union. Oh, you know what? It's LGE. That's who his thing is with, LGE. And so his starting balance here is $2,102.76. His APR is 4.14%, and starting balance, remaining balance, I don't know. This is how much he owes. So we're just gonna put 150. That's the payment. And then the next one, because we're going in order of of like least to greatest. So then we'll put his student loans here. And so we'll say aid Vantage. Okay. So then we have $3,177.14, and that's 4.5%. And then I'll also do that again. Advantage, and then this one's gonna be $31,023.93. Obviously, these balances can change because of interest, and that's 4.5%. And then I'm gonna put like these two balances together for how much is owed, and that's 219.12, 219.12. So $219.12 for his student loans, both of them, and then $150 for his car. Then you have moi. So I have this is with Nelnet. This is when the numbers get icy dicey. So I have $23,059.37, and it's 6.123%, but really because I'm on auto pay right now, it's 5.875. So we're just gonna write that one down. We'll just say 5.9%, and then we'll do again Nelnet, and then this one is even higher, $62,369.27. Again, I'm paying lowest to greatest. You're like, girl, pay it just doesn't make sense to me personally. And I need motivation as well. I agree with him on that. It can, because this is gonna take longer than when I paid off my credit cards or when I paid off my car. I need some motivation. Motivation. Okay, what I need to see is how much is my actual bill. So we're gonna go into my not my student loans, my budget planner. In the front, I have a bill tracker. It is $196.19. Why it is low, I don't know, but that's where we are. $196.19, $196.19. Okay, so how much we actually owe with debt? Let's just see like our minimum. This is our minimum payments. So we're gonna say 150 plus 219.12 plus 196.19. So we owe $565. 565.31. That's how much we owe in minimum payments. But our actual balances that we have when we add them all together, $2,102.76 plus $3,177.14 plus 31,023. Did I do that right? Yeah, $31,023.93, and then plus $23,059.37. Okay, plus 62. Yikes, 369.27. So we total between both of us owe $121,000. I want to write it out. Can I? Yeah, like kind of bigger. So $121,732.47. That's how much we owe together. Yikes. It's a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. It's a lot, especially since I feel like I just got myself out of six figures. But the good news is we are dedicated. So the first for him is definitely gonna be his car loan, and then first for me, it's gonna be this $23,000. So for him, it's gonna be car loan, this one, and this one. But remember, he's still paying. You know, he still has his, so he won't be paying the minimum. He will definitely be putting a lot more money towards that. Boom. But probably paying the minimum until he pays this off. And I'm gonna give it a top first quarter of 2024. I think he can have that paid off, and then put all the extra money towards this, and then that, you know, move forward. And for me, this one, it's gonna be the first one. I'm putting $2,000 a month towards that. his $1,000 that he was going to do, because I said previously, oh, we're going to do in the beginning, before I decided 2,000, before I got my raise, I said, oh, I'm going to do 1,000 towards student loans. He's going to do 1,000 towards student loans, because we sat and talked about it. But when we talked about it again, because that's what budgeting and debt is, you can change your mind, change your plan. His extra 1,000, he's going to do his minimums or whatever, but it's going to go towards his car loan. So I give it 2.5 months, he's going to be good to go with his, so wait, not even actually first quarter, that should be the end of this year. He should pay this car off, and then he start on this one the beginning of Q1 2024. I'm putting 2,000, he's gonna put 1,000 towards his debt, and that's how we're moving. So again, our minimum payments is $565.31. Total debt right now is $121,732.47. And our parents keep saying, when are you guys gonna buy a house? Can we just calm down? You know, like, this is a lot of debt in itself. And I don't know, like, do I say $121,732.47 up here when I know that because there's interest, it could possibly I don't know, you guys. Like, how do I go about coloring it in when I know that the numbers can fluctuate because of interest, right? It's not like, oh, $121,732 and that will be my top goal or our top goal, because it's not gonna go down. It's definitely gonna go up because of interest. So let me know in the comments, how should I do this? But we're gonna be coloring it off every month because I feel like it's very important, you know, and coloring makes me happy. So yes, this is his debt with my debt, now our debt, and we're tracking it and we're staying afloat. I hope you guys keep track of your debt. Student loans will be paid back soon, or the payment process starts back soon. Let me know what's your plan for paying back your student loans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.